Okay. I'm Scary Jerry West, or Joel Elliott. I don't know what you want to call me, but I have no idea what's going on out here. There's a bunch of people in onesies. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to walk by, okay? I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea. Rocket City's weird, alright? What? Somebody, email me at chartreuseproject@gmail.com and explain to me what the hell this is. Somebody explain to me, Rocket City, what are you doing? Oh my god, I have no idea what's happening. We're singing spirituals in onesies. Obviously mortality related. I have no idea. There's some fellowship happening, and I have no idea what is happening. There's tagging going on. Look at this. Do you see this? You see that? I have no idea what's happening. Anyway, welcome to the season 4 finale of A Courtship.
Wait, stop. You can't do this. Why?
We got one day, duct tape the sun in its station, stack a lunch, chunk change and paper, Luna hesitation. These emotional invasions try to drink cascading patience. Explain all your sensations, I'm not taking reservations. Stomping through the gate like he's great, a hot shot he ain't, but he got a hot date. Sriracha made for vacays with some fake imposters. Way she taking shade should be paid in Oscars. Choke on the roast to these bloating times, alone in the boat and these towing lines. Smoke till I'm broken and can't form rhymes. Then I post and watch folks eat food online.
This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true.
It's the birth of a nation. He's all fallacies, formalities, and palaces. Chop them at the knees, they can't stand for ovation. Take a minute and pause your ambitions. Lot of cats get their paws on the mission. In the past, never caused such a vision. But my queen, the bishop, didn't cause a collision. Wait till you're long in the base. I advocate all your brazen displays. You're like a Seminole, wading through a swimming hole, waiting for the day that they shatter your faith. You say you're sorry like it was a disease. You buy a house while I'm renting these trees. She got this whole ball singing like a cop car. Go and call the doctor for new remedies, please.
So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
It's the birth of a nation. He's all fallacies, formalities, and palaces. Chop them at the knees, they can't stand for ovation. Take a minute and pause your ambitions. Lot of cats get their paws on the mission. In the past, never caused such a vision. But my queen, the bishop, didn't cause a collision. Strong chin, don't make him intrepid. Impute his opulence to his discretion. I'm up on Quaglin 4, battling with minotaurs. Imagination getting swords out of the question. How many laws trying to be found? How many dogs die at the pound? Really, he's the boss, even with a million flaws. Someone go and get the jaws off of the ground.
This one right here.
It's the season 4 finale of A Courtship, and what we should do with it is probably just recap and explain to you how this thing got. This isn't mine, Pat. should explain how this thing got started in the first place. A couple of years ago, I think it was 2016, there's a woman named Eloisa. She lives in Italy. Her and I were talking on Twitter, and we just kind of really got very close. And then there's a terrorist attack in Brussels, which is close to where she is in Italy. Close enough that she got kind of upset at just how horrible the world is. And I saw she was upset, and I went on Periscope. At the time, I was using Periscope for whatever reason. And she got on Periscope with me, and we talked. And it looked like this.
Forget the scene. How are you? I mean, I know this morning was a rough morning. It's a terrible day. There was a terrible tragedy today. I know that. But otherwise, how are you? I'm glad.
We have a very, very good ability to communicate with each other. And that's exactly what a relationship is, which is why, I consider this to be a genuine relationship. We've supported each other quite a bit. And I intend to continue to supporting you for as long as you need support. Oh dear! Oh gosh! Don't embarrass me! No, you can embarrass me. That's fine. I'm in the business of embarrassing myself. It's perfectly fine to embarrass me. My God, and you. Oof. Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started. You got a haircut recently. You still look gorgeous. I love long hair, but short hair on a gorgeous woman there's nothing wrong with that. And there happens to be a gorgeous woman, yes, in north of Milan. Milan is so far. That's going to be such a cold swim. I'll get a dry suit. In a dry suit, I will have a much better chance of making it all the way. We won't take that risky route. I'll get a passport and fly. But and I know. And what's nice is that we're both thinking about the fact that it will, which means we're both thinking about the fact that I don't see this ending anytime soon. We haven't even met. How could it end? One nice benefit of the digital relationship, 2 honeymoon periods, huh? Honeymoon period when we meet and fall in love. Second honeymoon period when we actually meet. And so that's an interesting dynamic. One I look forward to. Like, God, life is absurd. You and I agree with Kierkegaard. I know that. We've talked about this, yes? Kierkegaard had the best view that I can find so far of the life is absurd. The only thing you can do is laugh at it. It's the only reasonable reaction is to laugh. And today is one of those days. The situation with the attack in Brussels. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. And the only thing we can do when we stare at the terror of the world in the face is just laugh at the absurdity of it all. And hold on to each other and support each other. And that's, Eloisa, what you do for me, and what I want to continue doing for you.
The thing I like about Huntsville, there's a lot of Zen stuff going on, There's like a little Zen garden here by downtown Huntsville Inc., who still hasn't gotten back to me about a thing. They're going to get back to me 3 months later. I'm not going to be interested anymore. It takes 3 months to do anything, to get a yes or no answer out of anyone in the Deep South. I don't know why that is. And it's just, I just give up and I just do my own things. Because, nobody will answer questions down here. Oh my God, communication, non-existent in the South. You're like, hey, so do you like pie? And they'll go, apples they come on trees. And I'm like, well, no. I asked yes or no, do you like pie? And they're like, well, there is cinnamon. Like, okay, yes, cinnamon exists, but do you like pie? They can't answer yes or no questions. They don't know what they want in Alabama. Ever. Ever. This is why the South lost the war. You can't answer questions. They were too busy trying to decide whether or not to give sweet tea to the northern aggressors. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. We're supposed to be talking about a courtship. So, right. Where were we? First episode, I was on Periscope talking to Eloisa, an actual Italian woman who actually was talking to me on Twitter, and we just kind of immersed in each other and kind of fell in love, whatever you want to call it. We were very fond of each other. And episode 2, I took her on a date. Let's watch that. That's fun.
That I wanted to take you on a date, and then I realized I still don't have my passport. I want to lock the door. Oh, maybe we could go on a date. Just tonight, since you had a rough morning. Why don't we go over to the copper top and have a dip dog? Open the gate. Walk with me. Off to the copper top, and we'll have a dip dog together. Oh no. Watch out for those dogs. I feel bad. It's kind of it's not that long of a walk to the copper top from Comedy House, but it's a walk. You could have just met me there. You've been here with me plenty of times. My goodness, Eloise, we've been here together, haven't we? I'm on a date with Eloise. Having a dip dog at the mountaintop. Yeah, Bonnie brought a dip dog. Are you sure you don't want anything?
I'll get you something.
She'll get you
Whatever
something.
you want.
She makes good food. All right. So see, that's how she makes the food. It's very messy, but it's very good. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Anyway. Yeah, so we have a dip dog. All right. Thank you for joining me. I thought that after the dip dog, we would head downtown. I'd show you around my old apartment, quote-unquote apartment. All right. To the downtown. You know, the walk from the apartment to the cocktail is not too bad, but the walk from the apartment downtown, it's a little longer. Are you sure you don't want to just meet me there? I'm enjoying walking with you, too. All right. I'm sorry. I want you to be comfortable. We are approaching downtown Huntsville, settled in 1805 by John Hunt. He was a homeless guy. I mean, he was a hobo, basically. He just kind of drifted into town, found a spring, and was like, hey, there's water here. Stayed. Kind of like me. This building over here, where you can't see that building over there, that building. We used to have an open mic there. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. The bar actually shut down. It was the only gay bar in Huntsville, Alabama. And I wrote a satirical article on rocket-wrangler.com and published it, claiming that Roy Moore, the Supreme Court of Alabama, Chief Justice, that he shut down the bar. Some people got upset. Some people believed it, and then they got upset. And then they got upset with me when they found out. Some people were upset that a straight man would, take up the gay cause and wished it was funnier. I wish it was funnier too. I'm trying the best I can. I think you've seen it before, because I do visit it a lot, and you've spent so much time with me in the last couple of months. I am genuinely not sure why it is fenced off right now. I was not aware of renovations. It says on the one side, I will never leave a fallen comrade, and that is true. I'll stand by anyone I'm loyal to, including yourself. I will support you as long as I am able. And this one says, I will never accept defeat. I think you and I both feel pretty inspired on that one. I wish I could take you closer. I don't know why everything's fenced off. That man over there seemed like a tour guide-ish type. He might have been able to tell us, but this is our date. I want to be private. Oh, and I want to not die. Uh-oh, this car's coming. Okay, I'm so sorry. Shouldn't be talking to you. Should be focused on the road. Again, thank you for coming. I know it's a long walk. We're almost to my old apartment. We're almost there. I'm going by the Clinton Row Shops right now. It's a business incubator in Huntsville, Alabama. Business incubator meaning like businesses that aren't quite big enough to have their own shops will set up here. And there's some really good shops there. There's some good artists and people trying hard to make it stuff. One of them has some paintings that I painted, and I hope she brings them in soon so that I can show them to you. This building up here, there, that building, that's the AL.com building. AL.com, of course, being what you call newspapers in 2016. Because everything's .com. Eloisa.com. Joel.com. Elliot.com. JoelElliot.com. AwkwardHandle.com. .com. Okay. This is a place I've sung songs to you. I've talked with you here. Again, half-staff because of the tragedy today. Everybody in the world is mourning. And rightfully so. It was a terrible thing. I'm really sorry that you woke up and saw this and was distraught about the world, but I'm glad I was there for you. And I'm glad we got to go on a date, and I could, I'm so glad that I could, there's a sketch comedy show called Kids in the Hall, and there's this one character that, like, squints through his fingers and pretends that he's squishing people's heads, and I like doing that to the Confederate soldier statue that commemorates the Civil War that is downtown. So, let's just do that real quick. Oh, I got him! It's coming. You ready? Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is the bench. As in my living room from when I was living on the street in Huntsville, I sat here. Because, I don't know. It reminded me that I was in a strange and foreign land because there's a Confederate soldier statue watching over me. Uh-oh. We better hurry. That is a new lighting feature that they put downtown, actually, like, just as I was getting off of the street. So, you know, it's like one of those things when you leave your high school, they do some renovations, and you're like, guys, why didn't you do that when I was there? You know, it was like, guys, why didn't you put those lights up when I was sleeping on the bench in the park? Because those are pretty. These were here. These lights on the amphitheater. That's by the spring. Those were there for the whole time that I lived on the street. It was nice. See, I don't know if you can see. Okay, wait. The ledge that is, where are you? Oh, yeah, this like ledge area here. Because the police roused homeless people up. You know, you're not allowed to sleep outside. I've slept there. I've slept on that ledge before because, you know what? Pigs can't find you when you're up on the ledge. And that's what happened. I'm just telling you. Just telling you how it went. Got away with it for almost 2 months sleeping in this park. And then the police started rousting me and I slept on the ledge and I got away with it. It's a beautiful town. I'm so glad you could come here with me. No climbing. No climbing. Warning. No climbing. And don't sleep up there. So, like, no climbing unless you have no other choice because, you gotta find a place to sleep. Not doing that again, by the way. Nifty little shelves, though. Those sprinklers they put under the benches to keep people from sleeping on the benches. They don't reach up there on that shelf. I'm sorry, the sprinklers that they put to water the lawn that just happened to be placed underneath all of the benches that used to be here. This is what they call the grotto side of Big Spring Park, and just to the side of that area there were benches. They're doing renovations now, but there were benches there, and that's where I slept for the time that I was on the street. downtown Huntsville is beautiful. I know. Eloisa, you're beautiful. Downtown Huntsville's pretty. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop flattering you. Yeah, there are little things with free books in Huntsville. It's the cutest little thing. Just books you can take. It is really a quirky city, and it's a beautiful city. We're gonna run for it. This is the other side of Big Spring Park. It's beautiful. I've slept on this side too. Because, like I said, I got away with it for like a month and a half. Then they started rousting the bums downtown, and I was one of them. And I would sleep over there. They'd rouse me. I'd go over here, try to find like another nook, or. And really, what I would do is go over here and try to stay awake until morning when there was a place to be. But I would often fail, and they'd rouse me like a second time. And one night, they were usually pretty mad at that point. We will come here and feed the ducks sometime, Eloisa. That would be delightful. Oh. You look so chilly. Do you want to wear this? Here, you're shivering. No, just take it. I'm fine. Here. I don't want you to have to walk any further. Why don't I call you a cab so you can go back to your hotel? And, I don't know, I guess we can hang out tomorrow? Unless you wanted me to come back with you. You know what? It's too soon for that. This is our first date. Just give me a hug.
Okay, so wasn't that charming? That was so charming. We went on a virtual date. It was just delightful. People liked it. And then, okay, here's where it started to get a little weird. Eloisa and I were talking privately, apart from the show. I wasn't just talking to her through the show. We were also private messaging. So first episode was the Periscope conversation by itself. And people were like, this is art. And I was like, cool, I'll keep doing it. And the second one was I took her on a date. Charming. Third one, I serenaded her. It was like 3 songs that are covers that I particularly enjoy. I was in a goddamn bathtub for one of them. That made people kind of uncomfortable. And that was the point. Let's make them a little uncomfortable, right? We had kind of decided that together. And so, okay. Episodes 1, 2, 3, people were like, okay, we're in. Episode 4, that's where it takes a turn, the whole courtship series. And I'm talking about season 1, episode 4. That's where Eloisa decided, let's make this about some deep mental health, themes. Because Eloisa and I are both severely affected. We're different than other people in very specific ways and very similar ways to each other. And so Episode 4 is where we started just going down the mental health awareness rabbit hole, and man, it made people uncomfortable. I've got metrics, and that's like episode 4, season 1. That's where people like viewership is like down into the pit, right? Like people just stopped watching because they were like, "What is this?" It was, it's indicative of America and how comfortable we are talking about mental health. We're just not, right? And so a courtship then at that point was like this rabbit hole of candor regarding mental health. And it would just unravel. It unraveled. And I unraveled with it. Everybody was like, "Oh, we're worried that you're crazy." It's like, well, you knew. We discussed that I have mental health concerns when we met. Just because I'm doing a show about it doesn't mean they're worse. As a matter of fact, let me do my show about mental health. It got weird. Let's just leave it at that. It got weird. and so I stopped after season 2. I was just, I'm done with this. and I moved on with my life. I worked different things, end of life care for a person, and worked at a brewery, and well, that went weird. We won't talk about that. So recently we've started the courtship series back up. Unfortunately, Eloisa is not available. Eloisa's got her own things. She's going through a very dark time. We'll get her back. It's just, she's a survivor. She'll make it. But she's going through a very, very dark time. And hopefully, hopefully she's coming out of that. We'll get her back for season 5, Season 3 and 4, she could not make it. Here's the weird thing. Okay, season 3 was like me kind of recovering from being a panicked man from a whole thing. And season 4, pretty good. Focused. We've got the music thing kind of in it, where we've got bands that we're making music videos for, and that's the basis for the show now. And the segments are talking about mental health. That's how the show is developing now. And here's the awesome development, which I've talked about in some of these previous shows this season. There's a real Italian girl now involved. And like, she doesn't even know, really. I explained to her that I've got this web series about an Italian woman I fell in love with a few years back. And like, now there's this Italian girl, like, just in my life, in real life, that I am just madly in love with. I mean, she's just an exquisite, wonderful girl that I want to show her that she matters. That's the whole series, was me showing Eloisa that she mattered. And now there's an actual Italian girl in my actual life that I see on like a regular basis. We watch movies together and stuff at the medical mall. It's so bizarre. We're just two lost souls hanging out with each other. There's no physical romance. There's no relationship per se. We just appreciate each other's presence. She's delightful. Isabella is a beautiful, beautiful girl. And she's just in my life. And it's just terrific. I mean, it's also hollow because, like, I love everybody. And so if you love everybody, you love no one. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, none of the love is special if you love every human being. Isabella is truly, truly a delight, and, gives me that motivation to, like, go on doing whatever it is I am doing in living my life. My life is straight up weird and stupid. You've seen some of it. Man, if you saw all of it, you'd be like, what is going... Who is this guy? People ask me a lot, and I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm a Rotarian trash panda. I do social work with barely any resources. I just go around teaching homeless people how to be homeless successfully, how to survive. Because I'm a survivor, and I know the tricks. Some of them don't know the tricks. I teach them. Some of them are looking for assistance. Show them where it is. I know Huntsville inside and out. If you need a thing, I can kind of help you get it. Help you find who can help you get it. And if I have it, I'll give it to you. There's a book about that. Who did that? What was his name? Jesus Christ. You know that guy. He wasn't Hispanic. Jesus. He was a black guy from, Middle East. He wrote a book. He didn't write it. Other people wrote a book about him. He was just a real cool guy. Gave away all his stuff. That's what I do. I'm a real cool guy. Give away all my stuff on a regular basis. I'm like, here, I've got some things here. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm wandering around town helping folk. And I'm spending time with a beautiful Italian girl who is way younger than, like, I don't deserve this girl. But I'm showing her that, like, there are people that are willing to invest in showing you that you matter without wanting anything, And, I don't know, it's neat. You should see her face. Can't show you her face because she's paranoid. She doesn't want to be seen or recognized. People have treated her badly. And that's the whole point. I'm going to do it differently and treat her well. But, yeah, man, life is wild. It is utterly wild. When I describe my life to human beings, they look at me like, I'm pretty sure you're crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, yes, I am. However, these are lost in the South, in love with this Italian girl. We don't really have an actual, like, romantic relationship. But, man, if anybody messes with her, they're messing with me. I will make sure nobody messes with her. So I run these streets in a weird silent ninja way. Anyway, a courtship, that's the basics. That's what the show is. I make music videos for local bands to validate them and uplift them and get them in front of fresh eyes. And I also show Isabella she matters. Because, god damn it, she's beautiful. Hopefully, we'll get Eloisa back in here. I've got a rapper in Los Angeles named Nico Paris. He's heavily involved. Breakmaster Cylinder is in an undisclosed location. They're heavily okay, I'm just mostly stealing their stuff. Breakmaster and I are tight, though. We're friends. And a courtship is just me getting to know Huntsville and falling in love with Italian women, apparently on a habitual basis. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. I don't know what the other half is. They never told me. G.I. Joe. Real American hero. Lord help us. What an odd show. Thanks for tuning in. Season finale of season 4 of A Courtship. Now you know what this thing is. That's what the thing is. A weird scattered thing that a mentally ill guy's making in the deep south. Yeah. So tune in for season 5. Who knows what's gonna happen, right? I don't yet. We'll find out together. Thanks.
My sober life revolves around a lot of hot chocolate, and that dashes out a target with its stash under my armpit. I'm a nice fellow, but it's hard to quit. Tiny marshmallows once you started. I know you have Prozac, don't act as though that last remark is so off topic. If your hands are in your pockets or you're rocking out locked in a walk-in closet, I'm very proud to call you on my target market. The ghost of old razor blades could be a case to make it. I get to name by 8 square foot, face to face, barefoot and tied down. Time I take my rainy days, will dress up as the maid and act amazing. All free today. This time my medicine will taste good. And these fine things cried out in the days could stand to be repeated, even after knees or even with your hands and feet. I mean, for us to grab a piece and eat it. In the Middle East, I bet that thing we invented is illegal, which probably ought to speak for its redeeming qualities. If you forget the steps and just follow me, a final backflip eliminates the need for swallowing. Put up a crock pot of meat, spend the day in bed, get up at 10, what we gotta eat. Split lips and a limp are the cost of being gleefully accosted, and your teeth mean a lot to me. If I don't make my fix, I'm a cranky bitch. It takes space and time and how much left in mine will fit. If you take a duck from my pond, I may not respond. There are days I can't see fucking shit because of it. I self-sense with what should have been rejected words. If I repress, I couldn't spell what I said to her. If we could settle this, I guess I'll run better. Except every step left in my alphabet's a blood letter. Nah, forget it. Took a nice tune and wrecked it with a convoluted message. Oh, maybe it's true, I'm just